Hello, and welcome to Kester's Forest. Now in this first video, we're going to take a look at a recent purchase of mine, the mighty Vectrex. Now the Vectrex was released in 1982 by Milton Bradley, and it was unique in the fact that it had a built-in CRT screen and vector graphics. Now this was great, because it meant that you could play video games all day without taking up the main TV in the house, and the graphics themselves had a really unique look and feel. Now the screen itself was black and white, but the games came with colour inlay cards. And you could buy a second controller, a light pen, and you could even buy 3D glasses, which was really ahead of the time. Now I'm not one for amassing huge amounts of games. What I like to do is just buy the consoles that I want, clean them, modify them a bit, make sure they're in really good working order, and then buy a few games that I will really truly play and enjoy so I can appreciate the console for what it is. So what I want to do is take you through the system, show you the modification repair kit that I got, and then take you through the multi-cart and show you a few games. Please enjoy. As you can see, well packaged. There's the cleaning kit for the volume control, and the device itself in a nice little box, and the instruction manual, very good instruction manual, very clear, has diagrams, schematics, step by step, and great pictures, really good. And here's a schematic of the PCB with the wires actually stuck on to show you exactly where to solder, very impressive. Here's the device itself, a lovely little Buzzy Bee stamp on there, and inside then the actual buzz off speaker connector at the top, and on the left the wires to connect it to the board, and even includes sticky pads. This is my Vectrex. It's absolutely fantastic. I got it for a really good price. I think I paid in the end about £180. The only sort of slight problem with it is that this overlay is a bit cracked there, but that's okay. I don't mind. I mean, for the money, it's complete. I can totally live with that. So what I'm going to do is turn it on, and the two things you're listening for is A, the buzz. And the buzz is something that comes with them all. They all do that, and that's what we're essentially trying to fix with the buzz off. And the other thing is this crackling sound when you turn the volume up and down, and that can not only just be annoying from the crackling. Obviously once you stop turning it, it stops crackling, but if you don't get it in the right position, the sound can actually cut out completely or come in intermittently, and we want to completely avoid that. And that can be fixed by cleaning the potentiometer with the syringe kit that's also been supplied. So here we go, it's going to turn it on, and there's the buzz. So you've got sound, but you can hear, as I turn it up and down, you can hear that crackling. And there you can hear the sound sort of cutting out. Turn it up a bit more. There, it's gone. Turn it up a bit more. Find a sweet spot, and then the sound is, there we go. So let's have a quick go. I'm not great at this game. So this is essentially a pack-in game. It's built into the machine on Mindstorm, and you can see it's kind of like sort of like an Asteroids clone. It's actually really fun. And I just love the way those vector graphics look. But anyway, you get the idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this apart. I'm going to leave this now and I turn it off for 24 hours. Because I'm going to have to safely discharge the CRT as well, and then we'll get to fitting the new device, the buzz off, and soldering that in, and then seeing the result. So it's been left for 24 hours. I'm just discharging the CRT with a grounded screwdriver just to get rid of extra charge. And so then in order to remove the bottom board and pull it out and do the work, you need to remove this earth wire. And you don't actually need to put that back. So I'm going to keep that safe to one side if I ever want to restore this machine back to its original condition. So just removing the board now, and actually I kind of forgot to include me disconnecting those power and speaker and the CRT cables you can see there dangling above. But that's what I've done. You can see the speaker cable to the top right there. That's going to then connect to the buzz off itself. There was another lead that had the power to the speaker, and that's no longer needed. So giving it a quick clean with some IPA, just to make sure I get good contact, and also cleaning the top of the power supply there, which is where I'm actually going to fix the buzz off. And here it is already. So just going to remove those sticky pads and stick it on there. Now these are made by a man called, I believe, Charles Tweedy, and he has signed these, each and every one, and I do like the idea that up and down the land people have modified Vectrexes with his signature inside them. It's just a nice touch. So just firmly in place there, and so just adding a bit of flux and a little bit of extra solder to get things flowing. Soldering on camera is much harder than I thought it was going to be. You've got to get that angle right, and I can't quite see what I'm doing, so it's a bit tricky. Be very careful. And you'll also notice that I've soldered the wrong point there. I'll come back to that in a moment. Just putting the point in for the 5 volt, and yes, I am melting the case there. Again, I couldn't quite see what I was doing. Not too much damage done, and you won't be able to see it, but yeah, whoops, never mind. So just attaching the white wire, and that's actually the wrong position. It should be over to the left on the second point there. And just cleaning the volume control now with some contact cleaner to get all that dirt and grime moving again and off, get it out of the way, and then injecting the solution from the rejuvenation kit. And actually, first time I managed to just pump pretty much the entire syringe through this top hole here, which is really good. But also, just to be on the safe side, I sort of put a bit underneath as well, just to sort of get it all around the place. And you need just turning the knob there just to get that moving, get it thoroughly in there. Moving it around a bit. All right then, let's see how we did. So if you remember what that sounded like before, here we go. No buzz. There we go, no crackle on the volume control either. Nice. Wow, that sounds amazing. There's a slight hum in the back. Ever so slight, but I mean, I think you're going to get some, aren't you? It's a piece of electrical equipment from 1982. Great. Let's have a little go here. Oh man, I'm so bad at this game. Scramble. Put that in there. I love scramble. You really need to get in the zone on these bombs. It can be a bit tricky. If you don't do it, you bomb these squares to get fuel. There we go. Ah, hopeless. And here's the multi-cart I ordered from the US. I think it cost me $35, and it's made by a guy called Sean Kelly. And as you can see, the quality is very good, high standard there, and the inlay card equally good. I'm really looking forward to putting that in the machine and seeing how it looks. This is the version 2.5. There is a version 3.0 out now, but the 2.5 version was on offer and seemed to have what I needed. See how that looks. Oops, making a mess of that. Nice. Oh, that looks so much better. Oh wow, the screen looks so much better with that in. Much clearer. Lovely. Now, I did have a go on this before, and I don't know if you can see this, but at the bottom of the screen, actually, there are some options that are being almost blanked out by the CRT there. On the inlay card itself, there are some instructions down, up, home, start corresponding to these buttons, but they actually don't work that way. It's actually these ones here on the screen, which are quite hard to read, and it's down, up, select, and bank switch. And bank switch is obviously changing between the different lists there. Now, that instability there in the CRT, I don't know if my screen is going or not. And if it is, that's most likely down to the capacitors, and I might have to do a complete overhaul and replace all the caps in here, which I may do one day, but it is an old piece of kit, and I'm not going to do that unless I really have to. So at the moment, apart from this small menu here, I haven't really noticed this being an issue on any of the games, and so I'm going to leave it as it is for now. Hyper Chase. Let's try Hyper Chase. Is this the game that I was playing earlier? I can't remember the name. Yes, it is. Oh, and I'm so bad at it. It's really hard because you just the slightest touch and it flies all over the place. But I have to say, I am. Oh, you can change gear. How many gears do you get? Oh, on third, fourth. Oh my god! Do I just sit in the middle and then not hit anything? Does that work? Am I gonna... This is crazy. I'm not actually steering now, and that appears to be beating the game. I think I might have found a flaw in the game. Oh! No. That's probably the best I've ever done, though. So, go down a gear, there we go. So button 2 does down, and button 1 goes up. But this game, I mean, it's a very basic graphics, I know, but it's so cool looking. And one of the things I love is, look at this, when I explode, I just love the way you, that's like Tron. I keep saying that, but there's something just takes me back to my childhood about playing this, even though I never had one of these as a child, or even really knew anyone that had one. What's different about Mindstorm 2? What's so different about it? Let's have a look. 1983, a year later. What's different? Looks pretty similar. Okay. Something's slightly different about the motion. Is it? Am I imagining that? I don't think that. I think I am imagining that. I don't think it's any different at all. What is the difference? I'm sure somebody knows. I'll have to look that up later. Okay, I didn't get a multi-cut just to play more Mindstorm though. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with that. Very happy with that. So, all in, I've probably paid around £300. But that's for a Vectrex to have it, cleaned up and fixed, and a multi-cart with all the games I could ever want to play. I think that is a very good investment, well worth it. I will be playing this for years to come. I'm so happy to have it. I love it. So yeah, there you go. So that was my Vectrex. I hope you enjoyed my first video. Please feel free to leave comments, and I'll see you next time in Kester's Forest. Take care.